There's look at this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies of Bogus, and why did it download those treasured sites in Christianity?
There's a new bit of this that's making proof for not alone universe. UFO in the form of a bright light is descending over the dome of the rock of Jerusalem.
All right. Welcome to Good Fun. It is Monday, December 1st, 2025. Glad you could be here. Hope you had a good weekend. As I did. It was a lot of fun. Tonight we're going to talk about another bogus claim coming from UFOlogy. You can bank on it. A lot of weird things are going on. People love that age of disclosure bullshit. So much so that the movie's tanking. But it's not getting any mainstream advertising, but people in the movie are trying their hardest to get that movie out for the masses, and it's okay. I mean, it's not the best. It's just a rehashing of the last decade. So if you're into that, then that's good. There's a lot of people talking that Grush is saying, and other people are talking that Trump is ready for disclosure. We'll talk about that. A couple other things going on, and Stephen Greenstreet got some interesting things to talk about in regards to some of the claims these people are making. Joe Rogan, I don't think I played the clips I have here. I may have played one yesterday, but on that show he was on. What is that show? What is it? American Alchemy, I think is the name of it. Yeah. So we got a couple of things to go over, and also, let's see. Now this is really weird. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of emails here. And let's get rid of those. Okay. So, I've got a couple of scary videos to play as well. And these are really good. These aren't just, they got to be fake. These are ones that they're not fake. They're real. They're legitimate poltergeist, scary shit. And I want to share it later. I think you guys deserve that. To see real things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Real UFO, no. Real ghost foot. Oh my God. Speaking of such bullshit. You remember the telepathy tapes? Kunt? Yeah, what is her name? Kai Suckin-Dickens? Sucka-Dickens? Isn't that her name? Yeah, they're coming out with a second season, I guess. I have really got to watch that first season so I could do a legitimate ass reaming on that Kunt. That's the one that struck my channel. And then she says, "Oh, we weren't supposed to do that. I'm so sorry." Did she get it removed? Nope. Nope. I told her it cost me $300 because that's how much I couldn't monetize anything for a while. So I said, you could just PayPal me $300 and we'll call it even, because she never got back to me. She avoided me. And then she pawns me off to her assistant or somebody. Like I'm a piece of shit. So vendetta on Kai Sucka Dickens. I am not going to let up on that twat. Don't care. I really don't care anymore. Fuck them. Because GoofOn isn't going to fucking be on top of the fucking world. They don't want us to be. Because we're living in a leftist ufology. That's why. With a leftist YouTube. With a little blue-haired, nose-pierced jagoffs with no brain. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Shadow ban. I don't know how it works. But it's pretty simple. They just boop, press a button and you are shadow banned. You can see it on my channel from last year. From January, go right into just February 2nd. It starts, you can see everything gets cut in half. So, anyway, but whatever. We're still here. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I see David Wilcox, not Wilcox, re-upped on the membership. Thank you very much, Sir David. Wilcox, not Wilcox, and I can't even find it on my end. Oh, you gave away memberships. And PM McCorrick gifted a membership. And it went to Brian Yates. Oh, look at that. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Real, according to me. I assume you're talking about the videos. Yeah, I'm pretty much a video expert. Yeah. Plus, been doing this for 22 years. Every day. That's why you're here. You want the truth. You want it the right way. You don't want anybody to sugarcoat your stuff. Right? That's right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, I see. David Wilcox celebrates 44 months. Yeah, like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our ufology lives. Do, 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 do. Remember that? Is that still on? Days of Our Lives. Me and my grandmother used to watch that, and General Hospital was a big one. I think it was for decades. Soap operas aren't that bad. I liked them. I mean, I liked watching them, even when I was 5, 6 years old before we had to start school. I was thinking of something. Thanks, David. Thank you, everybody, for contributing with the gifted membership there, PM McCorrick. Thanks for doing that. Enjoy, Brian. Remember, that's only for a month. You have to continue it if you want to keep it. It's up to you. Okay. I was going to say something. I just forgot. Okay. Christopher V. Let's see what you're saying. No, I have to admit there is a spiritual side. Then can't deny a God. Yeah, you can. Who says you have to add God into a spiritual side? You can take God out of it and just say it's spiritual. God doesn't equal spirituality. Spirituality equals God. Because that's how it works. I'm telling you, you're okay. What's this guy Bernie with the $2 super dono? It's a donation with no comment, no emoji. It's pure love. Guy, bro hug. Mucho gusto generoso, a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Thanks, Bernie. Appreciate that, man. We need 1,000 more. 1,000 more for the rest of the 1,000 more. That's it. Thanks, Bernie. Right? God doesn't mean spirituality. It's a symbol of it, but it doesn't mean it. What means spirituality? It's a personal journey. That's how it has to be. It's whatever you believe it is, right? That's what I think it is, because everybody has a different perception of what it is. If we all thought the same, we wouldn't even be here. You know, it's like everybody has their own perception of what they feel is going to be on the other side. Even though we all have the same kind of general consensus of what we're to expect, we all have a different idea of what might happen. And that's what makes it interesting. Hey, look at this guy. Aussie Tiger, Aussie Boss Tiger, ABT. That's a $3 we round up here. That's a $3 super dono. It's another super dono. No emoji with no message. It's pure love. Grazie, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Contrary 111? Thank you, Aussie Boss Tiger. So, what's up, Thor? What's up, Christopher V? Jeanette, you made it. Who else is here? Leadfoot. Hey, Metalhead. UFO 91061 underscore. What are you doing with that underscore? Thank you, guys. Glenn Collins, what's up, everybody? Well, let's get now rolling here. Oh, boy. Ugh, this is a tough show. Tough show tonight. Tough show. All right, let's pull this up. Okay. I'm looking for this right here. So I've got some really cool videos to show you from, I believe it was News Nation, is it? Or is it Fox? Let me double check. I think it's Fox. Elizabeth Vargas did some really good interviews about a week ago with whistleblowers. Oh, it's News Nation. You got to be kidding me. So let's pull this up. I want you to see this. I meant to play this, but I ran out of time. I like her. I think she does an excellent job of not laughing or making a mockery of what we do. She takes it very seriously and it seems generally inquisitive.
Claims from a military whistleblower. UFO wreckage recovered by the U.S. kept classified by a secret government program.
This was just a few days ago.
Tonight, a world television exclusive. You will only
wait a second, hold on. I'm sorry, not this one. I have ones from 2 days ago. This one's 2 years ago, but listen to it. I want you to hear it. That's right. This one's the 2 years ago. I have one from a few days ago. She hasn't even aged. I want you to watch this because 2 years ago is when everything went bing, right? We started getting the whistleblowers, started getting Grush Grush, we started getting other whistleblowers. This is when things started to really ramp up.
Welcome to Elizabeth Vargas Reports, earning your trust every night.
I want to see how close we are to what they said. I love this part of my life. Love it.
UFOs exist. The U.S. government found quite a number of them, and they are indeed of non-human origin.
Okay, we've heard all of that continuously for those next 2 years. As soon as 2 days ago, we heard it yesterday. So people are still saying the same thing.
Those are the explosive allegations from a former intelligence officer tonight. And
I want you to notice something. They don't show this video anymore. Have you noticed that? Yeah, they show everything but this. It's weird.
Whistleblower complaint that the Inspector General is taking very seriously. 36-year-old Air.
You want to know why they don't show that video anymore? Because it doesn't resonate. People don't buy it.
Force veteran David Grush is exposing what he calls a top secret military program that has reportedly found wreckage of fully intact UFOs. The government now calls them UAPs, or unidentified anomalous phenomena. For years, there have been whispers and rumors that the government had aircraft of non-human origin. This report is the first evidence it might be true. The Inspector General has called Grush's complaint urgent and credible.
We know that those are flares. Those are Jeremy Corbell's flares. We know that now.
Tonight, we have a world television exclusive interview with the
Flares.
whistleblower in which he claims
Flares.
we not only have the aircraft, but the government has been keeping much of its secret from Congress and from the
News Nation showing flares. We all knew it was. 2 days after he posted that, it came out as flares.
Correspondent Brian Enton is here with the story, and this is a blockbuster.
It is a blockbuster. It's really hard to wrap your mind around this. I've been working on this for the past couple of weeks. I'm still having a hard time processing.
Wow. He's been working on it for a few weeks. He's now an expert. Congratulations. It takes 5 years to be an expert in this field. And even then,
All of it over the last couple of years, it sort of became mainstream to discuss UFOs. The government has released videos. They've acknowledged that we don't know what some of this stuff is out there that we have on camera, but this really takes it all to another level. For the very first time, the world is about to hear from a former high-level U.S. intelligence officer who says the government has some of the unidentified craft in its possession. He is revealing these exclusive details about the secret government program.
We're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
We have all seen these blurry videos of unidentified flying objects. Video evidence, if you will, that old tales of UFOs may not all be conspiracy theories. In recent years, Congress starting an official U.S. government unidentified aerial phenomena task force.
all right. Let's get down here.
It's true.
It's also harder for people to wrap their minds around the concept of a crash.
Here.
On the UFO question.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
Notice the tight lip. Did you see his head? He put his head in every direction as if he was trying not to nod. It's as if he realized people are going to do the body language, and it's like he stopped himself and he couldn't, his head went in a circle. Check it out.
UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
Wow, that is a circular motion. He doesn't want you to know. And the tight lips, that's a la Eleganzo. When Eleganzo goes, they are real. We're not real.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles,
Look at his
call
head.
it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin.
Wow, I didn't realize he shook so much. Was he on meds? Was he on meds? Watch.
Non-human, exotic origin, vehicles.
Shut off.
Call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic
Okay,
origin.
that was an edit right there. Did you see that?
Technical vehicles,
Look at his head all over the place.
Non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin, vehicles that have either
Look at the
landed or
hands.
crashed.
We have spacecraft from another
Wow, is he beautiful or what?
species.
We do, yeah.
We have vehicles from another what? What'd he say?
From another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No.
This is edited out of context. Can you feel that? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you hear it? You can hear that this has been edited by the cutting of breath that goes off in between the views. This is horrible. I never noticed it because I was looking at other stuff. Whoa, this is amazing. Look at the edit here. It's crazy.
From another species.
We do, yeah.
Right there was one.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
Right there. Quite a number. How do we know if he asked them, how many burgers do you eat a day? I mean, he could have answered that question. Quite a number.
Quite a number.
How many hamburgers did you have for lunch? Quite a number. I mean, that's how it's edited. This sucks. I never noticed how bad this was. Wow.
You're kidding.
No. I thought it was totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me.
As he shakes his head no.
Many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me. They were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And
okay, I think that's his baseline. He's a head mover.
They told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was in fact a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Wow. He is an open book of facial expressions like I've never seen. Watch this.
Force was not.
I mean, that's very demonstrative. He wants us to believe this so bad. He's given us the brain, and we call that when you lift your head up, you can see your brain through the nose. So we get to see the brain here. It's pretty bad. Wow. Let's hear why.
And they provided me documents and other proof that there was.
Heavy swallow. I'm going to cut this off in a minute. Heavy swallow.
And other proof.
Right here.
That there was in fact a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Not read into. Yahoo! Now let's move ahead to only a few days ago. 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Last Friday. Thursday. Okay, Ms. Vargas, take us away.
There. Joining me now is someone who appears in the Age of Disclosure. Lou Elizondo was a former Pentagon official. He's also executive producer of the documentary. Lou, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I just got to ask you first about what I was talking to Dan Farr about. 2 different alien species. Can you tell me anything about them?
Well, what you're referring to was the alleged potential landing of Holloman Air Force Base back in the 1950s, where a vehicle, a craft of unknown origin, had landed at the edge of the airfield and initiated contact with individuals from both the Central Intelligence Agency and the United States Air Force. And if that's the case, think of the consequences of that, right? That means that somewhere someone had maybe perhaps pre-coordinated or arranged or was aware of this potential landing, enough so that individuals on the base were actually alerted and prepared for and waiting for these craft, right? So that kind of gives you an idea that perhaps there was some sort of dialogue or some sort of communication, perhaps even before that event took place.
That was not something that you have firsthand knowledge about. You weren't there. What do you have first?
Oh my God. His little landing strip is not centered with his nose. It's a little bit too far to the left on his side. Wow. He can't even center his own bush.
Firsthand knowledge about.
Well, boy, how much time do you have, Elizabeth?
Oh, we heard this already, didn't we? Listen.
Well, boy, how much time do you have, Elizabeth?
We've got about 7 minutes.
Okay, so as you may know, I ran the government's program at the Pentagon roughly from around 2010 called ATIP to about 2017 when I resigned in protest.
ATIP is the program that is in charge of studying alien spacecraft and reverse engineering, right?
Correct.
All right, we're getting out of here. We know all this stuff. We know what he's saying in the Age of Disclosure. We know. Yeah, listen.
Well, not exactly. It was the Pentagon's...
It's all the same script, is what I'm trying to get the point across. It's the same script.
Investigation into UFOs, or what we now call UAP. It was...
They have to remind us every time they talk about UFOs, we now call them UAP. If you haven't noticed, they say it almost every time.
Placed later by an organization that was called the UAP Task Force, which, by the way, one of those individuals, the leader of that, was also in our documentary. He's also an executive producer, Jay Stratton. And then later on, Arrow replaced that organization. So there's been a lot of people are surprised to learn that the Pentagon, A, studied UFOs, but B, continues to study UFOs and has for a very, very long time.
We know from the documentary that they're not just studying UFOs. You say we're trying to reverse engineer from the spacecraft that we have found, use that technology, and that we're in a secret sort of arms race with Russia and China, who both also have alien spaceships. The documentary reports that the Soviets found a big one back in 1989. Do we know when the Chinese found one, and how do we know that anyway?
Sure. Well, let me give you some more compelling information here, perhaps, that you may not be aware of. Just recently, there was another hearing on the Hill under oath, and one of the individuals to testify under oath was a journalist named George Knapp. George Knapp testified that back in the early 90s,
is he going to
when the
talk?
Berlin Wall came down, there was this brief period of cooperation between then former Soviet Union and the United
All
States.
right, we don't need to hear
received
George Knapp, how he stole documents out of the Soviet Union. All right, we got the story already 300 times. That's not what she asked you. Fuck this guy, man. He doesn't answer a question. And you want to know why they think that? Do you want to know why? Because they want us to believe that we're in a race for the best technology ever. And they have to justify why they're doing it. Well, we don't want Russia or China. They already know China is light years ahead of us in the drone world. They already know it, and they deny it right to our face, even after Ratcliffe said months ago, about a year ago, that they're light years ahead of us in a news conference. It's amazing how quickly they think we forget. And we do. Well, we do. We do. So now, Elizabeth Vargas on Russia's recovered non-human UFOs. We know they have it. We know they've got it. But our government doesn't want us to believe we have anything to worry about. No, we did. Just ignore it. No. Can't. Because China is already light years ahead of us. I'm sorry. They are. Go.
If you've been watching the show for some time, you'll know how just extensively we cover.
A heavy swallow is a gulp if you're swallowing something. But is a gulp even if it's just your own saliva? Yeah. Intergalactic.
All things UFO or UAP.
Hold on. Start over.
If you've been watching the show for some time, you'll know how just extensively we cover all things UFO, or UAP, as the government now calls it. This show was the first to interview whistleblower David Grush. And
they did it again. Or UAP. They did it again. Every time.
This show was the first to interview whistleblower David Grush. And he was know how just extensively we cover all things UFO, or UAP, as the government now calls it. This show was the first to interview whistleblower David Grush. And he was a former Air Force officer who came forward to claim that the government had secretly recovered alien technology. That was 2 years ago. And now what was then crazy has become something of a unifying topic for lawmakers from both sides of the aisle, to the point where a brand new documentary is being released today about all things UAP, and it's all featuring officials from the very highest levels of the U.S.
So now you got a movie director named Dan Farah, who is extremely gullible when it comes to the UFO alien connection. This guy makes this movie. He says it takes him about 2 years to make this movie. And of course, Jay Stratton and George Knapp and all those people are going to be the featured speakers here because they're the ones that are making the narrative what it is. Stratton, in my mind, in my opinion, I believe he's the leader. And George Knapp is the echo chamber that has the most followers through Corbell, through KLAZ in Las Vegas, through the news. So, all right, here we go.
U.S. government. The documentary is called The Age of Disclosure. And it tells the story of an 80-year global cover-up concealing the existence of intelligent alien life and technology. Tonight, we bring you an exclusive clip.
We learned that the U.S. government was involved in a long-running secret war with other nations to collect and reverse engineer vehicles not made by humans.
Did you see it? The tight-lipped Lou. Tight-lipped Lou. He's talking out his butthole. Watch.
Not made by humans.
That was it. Oh, come on, Richard. See it? He just got done pooping his pants.
Not made by humans.
Some people claim it would cost them their lives if they spoke out about these things.
The first country that cracks the code on this technology will be the leader for years to come.
Wrong. That's what they want you to think. That's not true. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, it means a lot, but it doesn't mean you're going to run the world. You're going to have control over everything. It depends on what you back engineer it as. What do you back engineer and create out of the back engineering? Are you creating something that can fly fast? Are you creating something that can accelerate and that's all you can figure out? I mean, what would Hey, there we go. They're supposed. Whoa, hello. They're supposed. Oh, something's going on here. I hit my own. Oh, there we go. I've got a very bad wire in here, and anything can happen. I could be thrown out. Have to restart. All right, go.
This is similar to the Manhattan Project. This is the atomic weapon on steroids.
If Xi Jinping had access to this, if Putin had access, you think for a second that they wouldn't consider using it to achieve their ends of domination?
Sometimes strategic surprises that change the course of human history.
What does the military want from these? Weapons. Weapons. That's what these countries want. Power. And what does what do the civilians want? Free energy. So can you get both and make everybody happy? That's why we have this issue. We have got a 100% left-loaded military legacy program. Militarized UFO program that's run out of the Pentagon. And you think they're going to give us the secrets? You think they're going to want to have disclosure? Are you out of your Vulcan mind? If they're talking about it the way they're talking about it in the Age of Disclosure, they're hypocrites. In the movie, they go back and forth. It's terrible the way the movie did that. It couldn't make up its mind. But that's the division we have in ufology. We've got a militarized way of thinking. That's Lou, that's Grush, that's Fravor, that's everybody. Except for Corbell and Knapp. And then you got us, who are tired of being bamboozled by these people. We want the free energy, And we want, we don't want to put gas in our car. We don't want to dig any holes in the earth anymore. We don't want that. We want free energy, and we want a cleaner way of living. They want war. They want weapons. They want to rule the world. And they're saying China and Russia want the same thing. That's to put the fear into us. So amazing, this psyop that they're pulling on us. All for what? Because China is obliterating us with their drone technology. And they're still doing it today, flying around. Now they're going to different countries, showing what they can do with the technology. Can't do anything about it. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they are. We don't know where they go. We don't know how to follow them. Remember all that?
Dan Farah is the documentary's director and producer, and he joins me now. All right, Dan, I was up way too late watching this entire thing because I literally couldn't stop. Congratulations. It's fantastic. I was struck by this line from one of the people you interviewed. Without a doubt, there has never been a program before that has been so successfully kept out of the public eye as the Legacy Crash Retrieval Program. What is it?
One of the intelligence officials in the film makes that statement, and
But they didn't tell us anything new. They didn't tell us anything new. We already knew it, bonehead.
you know, previously the most secretive program was the Manhattan Project, but we found out in hindsight that the Manhattan Project had leaks. So when this program was created, they made it even more secretive and put more security measures in place. And those security measures have ruled the day the last 80 years.
Have they? So all the stuff that's been leaked, all of it is all bullcrap? Is that what he's saying? That nothing has ever leaked out? I'm confused, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the movie does to you, too. If you're not equipped to know what they're really saying. Thank God we're here every day, or else we'd be confused, too.
The Legacy Crash Retrieval Program is something that the Air Force does for the most part. They have special units that go out to collect, to retrieve alien spacecraft that have crashed.
Well, the people in my film reveal that the elements of this program are elements of the Air Force, elements of the CIA, elements of the Department of Energy, and military defense contractors.
All right. For decades, they've had these units that
We already know this is a bullshit video. It's not a UFO. This was a Hellfire missile. It's just the debris going along in perpetuity. Is that it? Yeah. It's a perpetual motion. It's all going the same speed. That's why it hangs with it. Oh my God.
go out, and we're not the only ones with these units that are going out to retrieve the stuff.
Yeah.
Russia and China are too. That's the other amazing thing that you reveal in the film, which is that we're in a secret arms race.
Yeah, it's arguably the most shocking of the reveals that there is this high-stakes secret Cold War race to reverse engineer technology of non-human origin that the United States is involved in with adversarial nations like China and Russia.
We think...
Okay. How come? Why is it I don't see any foreign podcasters, anybody, anywhere, talking about their secret programs? China, Russia, France, perhaps. Who else? I mean, there's several others. I can't think. I mean, really? This is so weird. We never see any. I know China wouldn't probably allow anybody to say anything about UFOs, but nobody says anything. Nobody. We don't hear anybody anywhere talking about their legacy programs. We don't even hear anybody from the military from Russia or China or anywhere about UFOs. Not lately. Not lately. Nothing of importance anyway.
China and Russia both have retrieved alien spacecraft as well.
That's what the officials in my film go on the record stating.
They go on the record, in fact, saying that what in 1989, we think the Soviets retrieved a tic-tac shaped spacecraft that had crashed.
which was significantly larger than the tic-tac encountered by the Nimitz carrier strike group and, you know, Commander Dave Fravor, who pursued it.
You also have two different astrophysicists in the documentary who say the government has retrieved at least 2 different alien species, and that one of them made contact with the crash retrieval team. What does that mean? Does that mean it was alive when they captured it?
One of the intelligence officials in the film speaks about an event that happened on a U.S. military base where two UAP approached the base. One of them landed, and apparently non-human beings exited the craft and interacted with
Holloman Air
members of
Force
the Air
Base,
Force
right?
and the CIA. Now, here's the thing: these all sound like extraordinary.
Here's the thing. Isn't that bullshit? I can't remember, man. I'm having a bad memory gap right now.
Claims that are hard for people to wrap their head around, right?
Yeah.
But these are 34. In my film, there's 34 extremely high-level military, government, and intelligence officials, people who have been trusted with very high-level security clearances, people who have been involved in, keeping this nation safe in many different ways, and people who we trust in a lot of scenarios. And these interview subjects range from our Secretary of State to sitting senators to former, Director of National Intelligence, a former Secretary of Defense, leaders from the Pentagon, leaders from the CIA, leaders from the Air Force, leaders from the Navy. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's really hard to ignore what these people are saying.
It's really hard to say this is one kooky person doing this when you have this much experience in every level and every branch of government all coming together on camera to say, not only have we retrieved alien spacecraft, we've retrieved alien remains.
Yeah, and keep in mind, these are people that are not aligned at all ideologically or politically, right? But they're aligned on this. So it's 34 senior officials sharing one truth.
This was something that I did not know, was that during the second Bush...
Okay. She's about to go into the second Bush term here, which is, I want to hear that. But, so they believe it, right? It's true? Is that what he wants us to believe, that all that's true? All those people saying that there's aliens, two different species. Do you know how absolutely insane that sounds? So, why would you have to ask yourself these questions? Why would these whistleblowers lie? Right? Why would they lie? I think it's really weird that all of a sudden they're allowed to say we have alien bodies? And when did that change? I thought that was bad. I thought they couldn't say that. I thought that was what they talk about in a skiff. Now all of a sudden it's okay. You want to know why it's okay? I'll tell you why it's okay to talk about it. Because it's not happening. It's not happening. It may have happened, but it's not happening. All right, you want to know why? I'll tell you why. No evidence. I don't believe people. Nope. I don't believe people that work for the government. That's for damn sure, shawty. Ain't gonna happen. It can't happen, won't happen, never will happen. The government is as dirty as the day is long. There's no way I can trust them. So everybody's lying, right? Well, guess what? Dan Farah said it. He said it. The Manhattan Project was kept secret, and then there were a few leaks. But this has been kept secret for 80 years. No leaks. No leaks. What the fuck? This guy didn't do any research at all. What do you mean no leaks? Everything you're talking about is a leak. My God. What is this bizarro world? This is why I have a hard time with this movie. Very well made, very nicely done, the music and all that. Very, very well. Transitions, beautiful. Font, beautiful font. I love the font. Couldn't go wrong. But not a very good storyline. It's very, God, I wish I could play clips from the movie.
The second Bush
It's very
presidency, Bush 2,
contradictory.
they actually contemplated, they convened a cabinet meeting and debated and discussed for days about whether or not to finally go public with this program, with what they have found and what they have discovered.
So Bush 2 had learned the base facts that we're not alone in the universe and that there have been recoveries of technology of non-human origin. And he was contemplating whether to share that with the world during his presidency. And he put together a think tank. One of the officials in my film was part of that think tank, and he goes on the record about it. They were asked to analyze the impact to various aspects of our society, from religion to the economy, and they all went into it bullish on the idea of disclosure. And after evaluating it, they all decided it was a bad idea.
Why?
For various reasons, just the impact, the place we were as a country following 9/11. They just didn't think it was a good idea. They thought that we weren't ready for it, right? The film also reveals that in Trump's first administration, he contemplated going public in a similar way. One of the officials in my film, high-level intelligence official, goes on record saying that Secretary Mnuchin reached out to him and asked him for a high-level briefing on this topic because he wanted to know what the economic repercussions might be.
No, I love that part of it because he says, do you want to know why I'm asking you?
Yeah.
And he's like, why? He said, because I need to figure out what's going to happen to our economy if we come out as a government and say, aliens exist, aliens are here, and we have them.
Yeah. And obviously they made the same decision Bush 2 did, which
Okay. What do you think's going to happen? We already saw a preview of that when Jaime Maussan brought out the Moomy Doomies. Nobody cared because they were 1 foot tall jokes. It's a joke. Nobody believes that. We need a walking, talking alien. I don't even want to see one on video. I won't believe it. I want to see a walking. Even then, is it real? Is it AI? What is it? Augmented reality? Are they doing for us here? You never know with these. This is just. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. Something's wrong with the whole story. This movie is weird. It's so contradictory.
Was to not go public,
not go
right?
public.
To keep it internal to the people who know.
There was one part of the documentary I wanted more information on. You interview a former military analyst who said that he and others who had interactions with the UAPs are now suffering physical effects. What interactions did they have?
Yeah, so one of the, to be honest, not so shocking reveals is that intelligence officials who have had encounters with UAP end up having biological effects. And I say not surprising because this is technology that we don't understand fully, that is emitting a lot of energy. And in the same way that if you stand behind the back of a,
So he came close
fighter
to
jet, you're going to get hurt.
He came close to one of these.
Yeah, came close to multiple UAP and ended up having biological effects.
And yet, because so much of this information is classified, none of them can go on camera and say what they saw specifically.
Hey, Dan, this is Rich. I have a really good question for you. I ask the hard questions, bro. Where's the evidence? I'm sorry, Miss Vargas, but you're not asking any hard. Where are the photographs and video of everything you claimed in your movie? It's more hearsay. He said, she said bullshit. Dan, you failed. You gave us a book report on video of the last 10 years of ufology. Thank you for the update. Didn't need it, didn't ask for it.
Yeah, not specifically. So look, the reality of it is for 80 years, all of this has been kept from the public.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. That's something new. 80 years? I thought it was 72.
Presidents. And I think that really changes today when this movie comes out and the public learns the truth finally. And my hope.
When I'm going to make a movie, when my movie comes out, whenever that is, I'm going to say this movie is not like any other UFO movie you've ever seen. This one tells the truth. That's going to be the name of the movie. This one tells the truth. This movie is the truth. I know, some shit like that.
Because it sets the stage for the president.
Truthology for ufology. There it is.
Telling the world the base facts, that we're not alone in the universe and what he knows is going on.
At the very least, he'll convene maybe a cabinet meeting in which, then they'll all say, no, would it be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the world is more prepared for this.
I think we're ready for it. I think the people can handle the truth.
Okay, last question. You point out...
Guys, I meant to continue that question. Do you really think if they came out and told us tomorrow morning that, aliens... Well, they already have. They already told us we have aliens in our possession, right? And they already told us we have UFOs in our possession. So what happened when we said that? I mean, they said it last 2 years ago. David Grush said it. Did the economy fall apart? Did people jump out of windows, commit stupidcide? It didn't happen. Did people change religions? Don't tell me people... They didn't. They didn't even change their religions. People gave away all their money and sold their homes, right? I mean, somebody, right? No, that didn't happen either. They let all the prisoners out of jail. That's not it either. Okay. What was that? Oh, nothing happened. Strike one. Now what are they going to try? It's coming up. Have you been paying attention? 3-Eye Atlas. That's the next one. Yeah, that's number 2. And number 3 is going to be coming around with Santa, probably. I had a really strange dream. I didn't like it. It was weird. I got in a car accident with Trump. And the weird thing was, I was in a limo driving him, and he was in the front seat for some reason. And I did one of those, like I fell asleep and drove into a wall. Basically, it was a concrete wall. The cylinders. Just cylinders. Solenoids? Cylinders? No. Cinder blocks. That's all it was, like those walls, We ran into something like a construction site. And I go, I'm sorry, Mr. President. And I put my hand over like you would. And I remember hitting the steering wheel at the same time. I remember the airbag going off. I could even smell the burning of it. But I woke up as it hit me. It was so weird. It all happened so fast. I went, and I jumped. And all of that happened within seconds. No, I'm sorry, Mr. President. Oh, no. Oh, no. So it was weird. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know if we lived or died. I felt like I was hurt, though. Yeah, it was Trump. I never looked over. I never saw him. You know what I saw? A suit. And his left leg. That's all I saw. Like, I saw the suit out of the peripheral. And I knew it was him. The hair might have been, I don't know. But you know how you get a vibe in a dream. You don't have to see the people. You just know that's who they are. Anyway, it was kind of weird. I wonder if I'm going to be involved in a car accident with Trump. No, I don't know. Unless he's coming to Florida. All right. Let's move along. Now, so, I'm telling you. Oh my God, hold on. They love telling us there's bodies. You mean alien was alive? I like when Dan Farah goes, and the alien approached Eisenhower. Wait. You mean it was alive? Well, it approached him. Yeah, obviously it wasn't dead. You know, it didn't go as a zombie over to Eisenhower. Some people just say stuff because, you know, stuff. All right, we got a lot more to go over. I want to look at this. I want to watch this. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun. Hold on now. Hold on. Okay, here we go. And then after this, I'm going to play the scary stuff. So Elon Musk. A lot of people believe, for some reason, that Elon Musk knows all about the aliens and UFOs, but can't say anything due to his government contracts. I don't buy it. Because he's a space guy? I don't know. Is it because they, let me get rid of that. Is it because he's sent people up into space and has evidence of UFOs flying around the, Could that be it? Could it? I think it's weird that Elon Musk is working with our government too. I thought that was a weird addition to the whole Trump organization. I thought it was really weird. What's going on? There's like memberships being given out. Who did that? 63 Paris Diamond gifted 5 goof on memberships? Well, I'll be a... Wow, look at that. Tacey Hale received a membership. Leslie Peterson received a membership. Scott Blythe received a membership. Abandoned received a membership. Well, ain't that nice? Yeah, way to go. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, the memberships are good for 30 days. It will just cancel unless you want to continue it. But it's a nice little surprise. Thank you for doing that. Wow. 63 Paris Diamonds. Why do they put the 63 there? It's really weird. Hold on, I'm looking at, did I miss something else? Oh. Well, thanks for reminding me. Nobody did. Let's do it right now. Let's give away 10 memberships. It's December 1st. I forgot to do it on Rich Saves America today. I forgot it was the 1st. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all right. Well, that worked out nicely. Let me pull up some music. Because we got to have music. All right. Huh. Oh, that's weird. Here we go. And burlesque. We always do the burlesque one. Fluffing. Let's try this one. No, let's try this one. Classic. Oh, Big Rock. Let's try Big Rock. Go. It's too rocky. I care about the audio. All right, here we go. Elevator. All right, everybody. It's time for the 10 membership Goof On giveaway. It's free. Have it in me. All right, let me put in the right account here. Switch. Goof On. And there I am, back in the chat room. Show chat. Replay. Oh, that's earlier. Here we go. All right, kitten caboodles. And we have a poll going too. Here we go. Hold on. Membership gifting. You ready? Here comes 5 brand new members for free in 3, 2, 1. Engage. Here it comes. Oh my God, PM McClorick, you got one. Ara Diaz received a membership. Wizard Moon received a free membership. Catwell Just Get Along. Can't we all just get along? Got a membership. And would you look at that? Dry Toast got one. Ain't that some stuff? Congratulations, you 5, for being a free member for a month. It's up to you to continue your free membership after 30 days. Under 17, not permitted without permit. The next 5, here we go. We're going to give away 5 more memberships in 3, 2, and go. Here they come. Hold on to your scalpels. And the first one is CBS Shenanigans received a membership for free. Stevie B received a membership. Catherine Zeta Jones received a membership. Thomas Dunavant Jr. received a membership. And Emo Sucks received a membership. People I haven't heard of, welcome to Goof On for 1 month as a member. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And what's this up here I see? Paris Diamonds. Okay. Thank you for doing that, Paris Diamonds. Let me see if I missed any supers. Fan funding. Oh, I did. No, I didn't. I got them both. Metalhead was a member for 15 months. You re-upped, I know that. Thank you very much, Metalhead. All right. What was that? I just heard a brrring. I can't get out of here. Oh, there we go. Why do I keep hearing brrring? Well, who's giving away stuff? Okay, I hear stuff going on. Oh, those are the 5 that I just gave away. Okay, it's taking its time, I see. Can we turn that music off now? That's a 10-minute song. That thing goes on for 10 minutes. All right. Well, I hope you guys make use of it. We're going to be doing more member stuff. I've got like 3 videos I should throw up. But I have to change things in them. I can get in trouble. So I don't want to get in trouble for 2 of the 3 anyway. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Let's move on. We got more show to do. That's right. Oh, how about the chat room? Let's get in there real quick. Let's take a look at the poll. Let's end the poll. What was the poll? Do you think there will be disclosure within 5 to 10 years at 8%? Oh, let's end it. Oh my gosh. 5 to 10 years at 8%. Coming in at third. Over 20 years at 14%. Between 3 and 5 years at 16%. And coming in at 62% with a total of 65 votes on all of this. 62% of you said there will never be disclosure. Disclosure. Wow. Now that's a poll. Sometimes. All right, let's keep this shindig moving, shall we? All right, here we go. So, News Nation producer asked fans what they'd like to see a story on. Did you know the number one story people want to see is about the moon landing? You'll never guess what number 2 is. There's no way I would have ever guessed. Dragons. 3 is Bigfoot, and then 4 is government spy birds. It's a strange... Maybe they gave them those options. I don't know, but that was weird. The moon landing has always been... I just don't see how they could have faked it. Because they televised everything. And there were no cuts or splices, and you know what I mean? It was just a continuing... Do you know how many reels of 35 millimeter film they would have? Truckloads. For running that 24 hours? In 2 hours, you know what it's like for a 2-hour movie. You get those big reels, those 2-foot reels. 3 foot, whatever. I don't know. What are they? Big. All right. Okay. So let me pull this up here. This is on the telepathy tapes. So the creator, that Kai Suckin' Dickens, her name's Kai Dickens, but I say Sucka Dickens. She says that she hopes the second season of her show will help convince people that we have a soul and that life continues after we're dead. Well, dude, that was the purpose of the first telepathy bullshit. Right? God, I can't stand looking at her. I look at her and I just see a fraud. I can't help it. I always have, even before she did what she did. Look, like, wash your hair.
So what's
you know what's sad? The guy has better looking hair than the girl. That's where our society has gone. She's trying to be a man with a name like Kai. It rhymes with die Dickens.
different from the second season as opposed to the first season? I know you kind of like briefly explain what's going to happen in the second season.
Yeah, you can see the stretch marks around the teeth. Around the mouth. Around the teeth. Yeah, it's her gums.
Like, what's the biggest difference, would you say?
I hate her.
Okay, so the first
be raw.
season, I think really takes audience members on this journey about non-speakers who've been claiming about, that they can read minds and have of kind of a plethora of other spiritual gifts. And my hope with this first season is when people listen to it, they'll realize.
I hope they believe my bullshit. I hope they buy into my bullshit. There's nothing like grifting and making a lot of money off of a lie.
That we live in a materialist paradigm.
Yeah, we do. Look at her. She's so stoned right there, I bet.
There's more than what we can see and measure that's real. That just
look at her, stoned. Every time I pause it.
Just because you...
Look at that. She can't help it. Look at the marks around her mouth.
Want to question or look into the metaphysical doesn't mean that you're gullible or stupid. In fact, I think most people don't exist in this binary of either you believe nothing and nothing's real and it's all, consciousness is in your brain, and or the other side of that, which is like, I believe in fairies and garden trolls and everything. So I think most people live somewhere in the middle, want to really thoughtfully engage and question things. And so I hoped by season 1, people would believe that telepathy very much could be real, that there's a there. And
it's amazing that some dude, I don't know if she's married or has a woman or whatever, but God almighty, can you imagine being in a relationship with this thing? How do you live a lie and then try to say you're a truthful person? You make money off of a lie.
To stop dismissing things. And that was the goal of season 1. And I think for season 2...
Yeah, the goal of season 1 is to see how many gullible people we could, get for season 2.
I hope that by the time we're done with it, people will feel very certain that consciousness is the fundamental element, building block of our universe. And
it's the building block? A building block?
Fundamental element, building block of our universe.
It is a building block. Oh, she speaks Chinese?
Fundamental element, building block of our
It's a building block. Oh.
Universe, and that consciousness survives our body. Or I mean, and that you could take that into like a spiritual lens of like that we have a soul. So I think if season 1 took on one big triumph, which was trying to prove that telepathy is real, I hope that season 2 will kind of validate that the soul is real.
Yeah.
You see what she's doing? The first grift was telepathy, right? I don't know if I haven't checked yet if that was a success. That season 1. It might have been if they're doing season 2, unless they don't really see, or making no money is okay with them. Maybe they see it in season 2, maybe they'll make up for it. Whatever the matter is, whatever the case is, there will be a season 2 of Tainted Telepathy. The telepathy lie. What can I say? How can I make that sound better than what it is? The telepathy tapes. The telepathy rapes. No. The telepathy gapes. I'll come up with something good. She needs to go, though. Nobody's challenged her, or that I've seen. It's weird. All right. I've gotten to play these 2 videos. This is amazing to me. I love scary videos, and these are 2 that I believe to be extremely real. Let me pull this up, and then I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play. I love this. I love it because you guys can't buy into anything that could be real. You guys think everything is fake. I used to be that way. Okay, here we go. But you know what happened? I saw something move now 6 years ago. And I had such a weird experience after that too. I can't deny what happened. I can't. You have to have your own you have to have your own experiences, because I was the same way. I didn't buy into anything. Everything had to be faked because I've never seen anything. Well, I've seen it. Yeah. So I believe it. I kind of did anyway, but when it happens to you, it does feel better. It does. For me, it did. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it has actually happened. Go.
Gate to hell.
This is good though.
It's 3 a.m. and Cassandra is shocked awake by the sound of her 2 very disturbed pit bulls.
Oh, look how cute.
As she jumps from her bed and looks out of her bedroom window, she quickly realizes why her dogs are so upset.
How you doing, man?
Her outside garden gate is moving, violently clanging back and forth all by itself.
This is so cool. No wind at all. Dude, that's so cool. That's weird. Let me see if I can widen it. Oh, good. Look at this, look at this. There's someone there. Wait until you see what happens. Big mistake. Getting a bigger flashlight.
Looks like a person.
Now it's just a cat, and the gate stopped.
Now, the gate moving by itself is shocking enough, but most terrifying of all, some very strange-looking person appears to be standing just outside.
Okay, not only, and I have to say this, because I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking. When she goes to get the other flashlight, the brighter one comes back and shines it in that spot. What's on the ground? A cat. That's a shapeshifter. It is. And that gate was moving on its own, zero wind. It's really an amazing poltergeist activity with this thing. And I think this is why I'm in this. Stuff like this, man, it's just, this girl didn't fake it. That's not faked.
Cassandra runs to grab a brighter flashlight, but when she returns, the mysterious figure has disappeared. She seems to hear something nearby and whispers, "Hello." As if in response to her greeting, someone violently pounds on the door right beside her. Cassandra says that she called the police, but they didn't find anyone or anything around her property. So whatever this is, it remains unexplained.
So she literally called the police, which tells you she didn't fake it. I mean, nobody would do that, then call the police. I know you're going to say, yes, that, but not this person. It's really interesting to me that was recorded. I mean, that's creepy. Look at that. Like, why? Like this is what I don't understand. First of all, why was it moving the gate, getting her attention? That's what I think. I also think it wanted to be welcomed into the house, right? Don't you have to welcome the demons? Or I know it's for vampires, but from what I heard, anything evil, you invite it in. Now, obviously, she went out there and said hello and then pounding on the door. Let me in. That's what it reminded of me. Anyway, I got one more on the same video, if you can imagine. This is, I don't think, I may have shown this once, but it is really good. And it is not a fake. And I'm going to say, in my opinion, it's not a fake. I definitely don't think it's fake. All right, here we go. This is a good one.
Are terrorized by a dark supernatural entity that haunts their home. Martina has set up a series of static cameras to keep a safe watch on her children, but she also caught some footage that is absolutely unnerving.
So I thought the same thing. I thought somebody opened up a door, created a vacuum effect, and pushed and pulled the doors open. Because I used to do that in my house. We had a perfect setup for that. You would slam the garage door, and the front door would, if it was unlocked, it would open up, go. No way. That's not fake. They're not faking it.
Two doors move by themselves and the boy calls for his mother, but otherwise doesn't seem that concerned. But as he continues to play his video game, his chair is forcefully pushed backwards, finally sending the boy running from mama. Cut to another day and Martina is...
I'll tell you why it's real. No, you would see somebody in the reflection of the door behind, like where, over here, like this side, on the kid's right, whatever's in this room to the right of him. Is there a kitchen in there? This looks like it could be a bathroom. I don't know. I think I see a wall. I don't know there. But you would see somebody if there was somebody pulling him, unless they were on the ground and something was, it can't be wrapped around the leg if it was a string, because it would get tangled up in the wheel. it would have to be on the center thing here, the centerpiece, and it would have to be pulled back right where the couch is. Let's see if it goes into the couch or if it goes to the side.
Continues to play his video game. His chair is forcefully pushed backwards. Finally,
okay, it goes towards the couch. If it was somebody on the right, it would have just automatically pulled to the right. It didn't. It went straight and then kind of curved a little bit to the right.
Sending the boy running from Mama. Cut to another day, and Martina is casually vacuuming the hallway carpet.
This is amazing.
Then this happens.
There's no way this is fake. They're not faking this. Watch. Oh my God, watch. Dude, what the hell? Look at what she's doing. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody here thinks. There's no way this sweet little lady and her son are faking the vacuum being pulled up in the air. Did you see the way the vacuum looked when it was in the air? It definitely looked like it was being pulled up, but not by a string. Just weird like. It's weird. They'll show it again.
Again, a door moves by itself, and Martina's vacuum seems to float into the air as she hysterically slaps and screams at it until it just drops back to the ground. But the creepy activity doesn't stop there.
What?
Martina and her son are home alone one night when the living room security camera captures this.
This is crazy. Watch this. Watch what happens to her. Look at that shit. Come on, guys. Whoa, that is unbelievable.
The outside door opens and closes on its own as the door handle rapidly rotates as if being turned by some invisible force.
The reactions are real.
Martina grabs her phone and is about to record the door when the purple desk chair suddenly glides toward her and her son. The two have had enough and are about to hurry out of the living room, but something seems to forcefully pull at Martina's sweater. So is this real poltergeist activity caught on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
No, not a hoax. That's real. Everything about that was real. Their reactions, the movement, the pulling on the stinky. Come on, man. How they faking that like that? That was pretty crazy. No fake. You just saw two real poltergeist activities caught on camera right here on GoofOn. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. We're getting out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out on December 1st. And the new members, enjoy. Remember, that only renews when you want it to. After 30 days, it'll fall off unless you keep it. Thank you very much for hanging out, moderators, super chatters, newcomers, and veterans. Thank you for making tonight's show enjoyable. For those in the chat room and those listening abroad, hey, Ozzy Tiger has become a member at the end of the show. Hey, gosh, all over non-members. Oh, sorry. That's all right, I'm kidding. But subscribe, at least. Subscribe. And what do we say? No. If you ain't looking up, right? If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for UFOlogy. I'm Richie G from GoofOn. We'll see you guys on the next GoofOn. Giddy up and get on out. Boop, 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 boop. Alien bless. Woo! Rock and roll, baby. Thank you, Hellfire. Come on, everyone. everybody.
Silver skies slipping away.
Lights burn through the dark of night. It's right here.
Engines hum like a power car. Aliens when we hit the floor. Go far, we rock, we roll, we roll.
Head banging hard like we sold our soul.
They've come to earth to join the band.
And goosebumps we rock, united we stand.
Come on. Spaceships park next to our cars. Rich is laughing around on King. The cosmos chances we always say. They travel light years for the sound. Bass drum shake the alien ground. That goof on, we rock, we roll, we roll. Head banging hard like we sold our soul. They've come to earth to join the band. That goof on, we rock, united we galactic rips tear through the air. Leather jackets, cosmic flare. Their green hands shred the strats so tight. We melt faces all through the night.
Everybody.